Good evening, folks. What's going on? What's up, Eva? What's up, Satellite? What's up, Blair Retro Spiso in space? Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well, because I'm doing great. Had a really, really nice day today. My dad's here, hanging out. The kids had a bunch of activities and stuff. Went out shopping with my wife. Started early. Cheers, Eva. Yes, indeed. No, it's been a really good day. Been a lovely day. Nice and I feel like I've done a lot today, but nothing stressful, nothing out of sorts. What's up, Arcane? Good to see you. Saw a live action commercial for a mobile game. Maybe nature is healing. No. Unfortunately, no. Not while the mobile market is the way it is. Marble market. We'd all be better off if things had gone in the direction of marbles rather than the way the mobile game industry has gone. But we need not dwell on that. Okay, so I did learn something today. I did discover that I'm an idiot, and I know what chat's gonna say about that, but hear me out here. I was playing Vampire Survivors. Hang on. How much time do I have in Vampire? I have 45 hours in Vampire Survivors, and today I learned that you can go past your 6 item limit by picking up items in the stage. "45 hours I've played this game and I didn't realize that. I didn't even try picking up stuff off the ground in the stage because I just assumed once you hit 6 that was it. You weren't getting anything else. Unbelievable. Yeah, sounds right. At least you're enjoying the game and learning anything. I am. You were doing it. To be fair, I got about 170 achievements before realizing that. I've gotten 3/4 of the achievements in this game without realizing that's a thing you can do. I've completed 2 of the 4 DLC adventures. I discovered the existence of more adventures in the base game. That was exciting. This song is from Elfaria. Let me give you tonight's soundtrack, in fact. Here you go. Clipped it exactly this moment. But yeah. That's Spanish for the fair. We're never far from good old Faria. The awesome game that you refuse to play. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? Any idea how little that narrows it down? Good evening, Two Head. Good evening, Ardominant. Good to see both of you and your old Faria man faces. It's kind of how I imagine you looking in real life. Technically, yes. Technically, I suppose it does. Assuming you wish to use the descriptor awesome for it, which I imagine is debatable. So, look, chat, you can't have it both ways. You can't vote in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous for months and months and months and then complain about all the other games I'm not playing. It's one or the other, chat. It's one or the other. Barry, guys, how I feel when I feel inconvenienced by the fact that I ran out of cheese in my fridge. You know, that seems oddly appropriate. I could kind of see that. I bet I make that face when I realize there's no delicious cheese to enjoy. Le Retro Spiso in with an excellent point. Awesome doesn't necessarily have to be a positive thing. Awe is neutral. You can be awestruck by something absolutely horrific. That is true. That is true. We sometimes forget, not sometimes, often. I think we often forget the proper origins of some of these words, like incredible. Incredible. Not exactly like that, but yeah. The origin of incredible is to describe something that, like, essentially defies belief. Hyper cheese. Or politics, yes. Yes. Politics can be pretty incredible a lot of the time. But yeah. Anyway, chat, it's been, yep. Incredible lacking credibility. Like, yeah, like inflammable. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah. So yeah, that was basically my day, chat. Shopping, hanging out, playing Vampire Survivors. I'm just ticking off unlocks in Vampire Survivors, just kind of going down the list. They give me stuff to do, and I do them. So I'm almost done unlocking all the cards for their, like, Arcana system, which I feel like is a pretty big milestone, because there's a fairly diverse spread of things you need to do for that. A bunch of characters you have to use, a bunch of funky tricks you have to pull off. So I'm gonna plug away at the base game for a little while, and then the next DLC adventure I have is the Among Us one, which I'm really curious about. Question, has anyone here played Basilisk 2000? I have not, no. I have not. Arcana systems where it gets really game-breaking. Yeah, there's some really dumb stuff you can do with the Arcanas. I have made some really, really dumb builds using Arcanas. The one... I've been getting a lot of mileage out of the one that lets certain weapons bounce. That does a gobsmacking amount of damage with weapons that don't cycle very quick. Did you find the hidden feature that lets you enter text into Vampire Survivors? Yes. Yes, I did. And I've been dinking around with that. I unlocked the secrets menu, and I've worked through a number of those. I was working on some of those tonight, in fact. Like the one that doubles some weapons, fun with the twin guns. Oh yeah. Yeah, the one, yeah. That one's crazy because it works on most of the things that require like two different weapons to form a union. So even after you ascend it, you get to keep the original too, but it doesn't take up a slot. It's crazy. Really, really cool. The DLC has some really, really good weapons. The Legend of Foscari one has a 3-part union. These three different spells, and they are insanely good. Haven't played Vampire Survivors for ages, and it sounds like you're talking about some other game. Oh, I know. Vampire Survivors has thoroughly transcended its original form. It has itself ascended to a higher plane of existence, and it is delightful. I love it. Also, good evening, cute T-Goat. I see you there. And Helvy, good to see you. Talking Vampire Survivors. Did play a ton back in the day, and then didn't for 2 years, and messed with it a bit recently. Everything seems so convoluted. No, that's what I love about it. Okay. When it comes to like weapon evolutions and unions, I just looked that up. I didn't want to waste a bunch of runs, like, trying to mash different weapons together to get stuff that actually worked well. But, I mean, that is just the absolute tip of the iceberg. There is so much to do in that game. It is crazy. You get tired trying a weapon, it just gets drowned out by all the other weapons. Limit max weapons to 1 or 2 and start the one that gives you cooldown bows for open weapon slots. Yeah, I haven't messed with that one much, but I should. There's no way of describing this. Appears to be an in-universe, unfinished video game. It's... Oh, you know, I think I've heard of this. Basilisk 2000. Huh. Interesting. I mean, it looks kind of like an... Seems kind of like an ARG, you know? Because, I mean, right there on the store page, they link their Discord to, like, collaborate with other people. That could be really interesting. And, I mean, only $2, right? Hard to argue with that, I think. Last time I did some stuff and I got to a bit where the timer stops being a thing, I was kind of blown away on a particular stage. And I enjoy. No, there's some really interesting stages in Vampire Survivors. Well, a week or two ago, well, I guess it was only a week. I haven't been playing it that long. I found the yellow sign. The circumstances for finding the yellow sign are it's so bizarre. Like, it really feels like a creepypasta or something. Vampire Survivors also has a final boss, which is really bizarre. So yeah. And then it kind of just gets weirder from there. Going through those things unlocks other things that you never thought possible in the stages. Different ways to play them and different things that you didn't know were there, but they were. It's a nutty game, and it's extremely captivating to me right now. So, I mean, yeah, when I played Vampire Survivors before, I played it for just like a couple hours. I learned how a bunch of evolutions worked. I beat a couple stages, unlocked a few characters. And that was it. I was like, okay, that's cool. It is so much more robust now. There is so much to unravel about that game. It is really, really fun. And then, when you get tired of all that crap, you just do one of the DLC adventures. And you have a loosely, like, story-driven experience taking you through some really neat levels. With new weapons and new characters and new enemies and stuff. And then when you're done with that, they all get shunted back into the main game. It's awesome. Good evening, Ms. Roy. Good to see you. He plays Jeremy Clarkson's game. God, I hope not. There's stuff beyond being the fun. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. When Vampire Survivors gets weird, it made me feel things. Yeah. Yeah, again, the final boss is like the tip of the iceberg. There is a lot of shit in there beyond that. Oh yeah. Someday. I don't think I'm gonna stream Vampire Survivors. It's something that I'm really, really enjoying going through my own pace. But I did say that I was gonna stream Bone Razor Minions for y'all. In fact, I started playing Vampire Survivor because I wanted to play Bone Razor Minions so bad, but I'm holding back on that so that I can stream it. So it really kind of worked out well that way. So eventually, someday, we're gonna do the bone raising on stream. Hopefully I don't get banned for it. Has the game already been requested? No. It hasn't, actually. Give me a community night, you'll stream all the survivors. I wouldn't be against that either, especially now that I've sunk like 40 some hours into Vampire Survivors. I would love to try the other survivor likes and see what they do better. We have F-Zero. I wish we had F-Zero at home. The Top Gear games aren't, they're bad by no stretch of the imagination, but they are not F-Zero. Unfortunately, and I think they'd be much better if they were. Heart still has hope for seeing HoloCure streamed. I mean, it's a survivor-like, right? A survivor-like community night would be the way to do that. Got a bundle of survivor likes quite some time ago. Sadly, I didn't mess with them much. Yeah, all I've really played... Vampire Survivors, One Night of Bone Razor Minions, and then those just garbage asset flip ones during Curator Connect Again. The ones that are all exactly the same. Down to the playable characters and their mechanics. So yeah, I could definitely use some more decent survivor likes in my life. But no rush on that really. I want to see how far I can get with Vampire Survivors. I want to see how close I can get to unlocking everything, but that may be a bridge too. There is so much stuff in the Castlevania DLC. I didn't realize it, but like something like a third or a quarter of all the achievements in the game are just from the Castlevania DLC. There's so many characters, there's so many weapons. The map is huge. I haven't even started it yet. Until this new Vampire Survivor obsession, you'd probably play more trash knockoffs than good knockoffs. Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I wasn't really a survivor-like guy. Yeah, I really didn't play them much. The one I played the most, and I'm not even sure it really counts, is Death State. Long before there was Vampire Survivors, there was Death State, which I think is kind of posed more as like a roguelike, but it operates on a lot of the same principles. What's up, Manic? Good to see you. They screwed copyright so well, they end up actually getting official Castlevania content. Isn't that crazy? Like, that will, like... It is so obvious, too. Like, so many of the enemies in the game are just straight lifts of Castlevania enemies. And instead of coming down like a ton of bricks on them, Konami was like, hey, you want some more? And they were like, yes, please. I was loving you give props to Death State. I want to go back and play more Death State sometime. I beat a bunch of runs in Death State. I completed a bunch of the characters, but I never did everything in it. Did they get in trouble at one point because they still had Castlevania assets in the game? I mean, they kind of never took them out? Yeah, there are a bunch of enemies that are still just straight up Castlevania sprites. Like, there's oh god. The kind of, the Kung Fu skeletons or whatever. Yeah, Blue Venus is a straight lift. I think some of the fishmen might be. I think the Mummy. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is just straight out. Weird, I think Konami's being pretty damn litigious. Yeah. I mean... I also know from my time working with them that... they have some blind spots. So they might have just been totally... like... Vampire Survivors might have just fallen in a blind spot for them, and by the time they noticed it, it was a huge indie darling, which might have been what inspired them to go the DLC route. But yeah. Kind of from being a rhythm game fan, the sphere where Konami most infamously a giant ass. Yeah. I mean, yeah, maybe it depends. Maybe they're spending all their time cracking down on like rhythm game stuff and like I don't know if there's like counterfeit Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever. And yeah, they just didn't notice Vampire Survivor until it was too late. But I mean, Konami's one of those companies that you never really know what they're thinking anyway. There's not a whole lot of clear direction there, so yeah. Yep, too busy making pachinko machines. They did crack down on an online version of Yu-Gi-Oh! That's probably. Oh, I bet, yeah. I think most CCG companies are going to be really, really strict about that because they make their money from the collecting. But yeah, they don't want any virtual versions muscling on their turf. I mean, yeah. Anyway, chat. I think we should probably get into the magazine and get going. We got some progress to make. We're roughly about halfway through this issue. We've seen a lot. We've been through a lot. We survived the Epic Center and lived to tell the tale. But there are more games here. There are more games to experience. There is more magazine to get through. So we should see where we can get to in this. But before that, I'll give you a real quick schedule reminder because there's not a whole lot outside the norm to mention. Tomorrow night is Sunday, you know what that means. Monday, we're back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Our epic, sprawling, democratic playthrough of Wrath of the Righteous continues in the heat of the siege of Dresden. And then Tuesday and Wednesday will be contingent on previous votes. If y'all do in fact vote to continue it. Power Hours will continue next week, Thursday and Saturday. Also kind of depend on how far we get in it tonight. I mean, we're not going to finish the magazine tonight, but we might get within spitting distance of it. We might be able to finish it next week. And then next Friday is going to be the April Community Night. It is a freeware night. I know there was a flurry of organizing for that at the beginning of the month. I know people put a bunch of games up. I don't know what the state of things are right now. I'll probably need to check in tomorrow so I can start getting things ready for it. It's astounding that Dresden is real and we actually made it there. I know, right? And now that we're there, we're never leaving. Ever. Because that map is huge. I've already found like 3 different buildings to go into. So get comfy, chat. So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty normal week next week. Friday is a known quantity. Wrath of the Righteous is a pretty known quantity. I imagine it'll continue into the week. And the Power Hours are the Power Hours. The Power Hours are always the Power Hours, chat. The style may change. The 90s-ness may seep from the crude CGI pages, but it's still the Power Hours. It's still good old Nintendo Power that we know and love and critique and ridicule and rage at now and then. And tonight in particular, it's Top Gear 3000. Now, I didn't play these games when I was a kid. Power went out for the Power Hours. That sounds a little dirty. I didn't have the Top Gear games when I was a kid. Racing games to me were either, on the Super NES, were either F-Zero or Rock and Roll Racing. That was pretty much it for me. Since trying Top Gear through the medium of the Power Hours, I found I actually really enjoy it. The original in particular, because it just has a banging soundtrack. There is a song in the original Top Gear that I will probably carry with me to the grave. I will hum that song off and on for the rest of my days. In contrast, Top Gear 2 kind of slid off my brain. I really don't remember a whole lot about it. I want to say it was mechanically better than the first one, but didn't have that soundtrack, so didn't stick around. And then Top Gear 3000, for whatever reason, they decided to take... Somebody mentioned it up thread. They took their nice grounded racing game and shot it into space. So many hours in SNES Mario Kart, I still love that game. I've definitely built a much stronger appreciation for Mario Kart after playing it through the Power Hours. I think I rented it as a kid and played through most of the races, and I was like, okay, this is cool. And then didn't really think about it much. Double Dash on the GameCube was my Mario Kart. I didn't even have a GameCube. It was my roommate's GameCube in college, but he had Double Dash, and I was hooked on that game. I aced every race. I unlocked every car, including the gold parade car. I did everything you could possibly do in that game. I loved it to death. And that was it. That was pretty much it. I never played Mario Kart 64. I had the DS one, but that one didn't click with me the same way Double Dash did. And I have Mario Kart on the Switch, and I enjoy that one, but I'm definitely not like obsessed with unlocking things in it. It's big enough. Can't believe they had over 2,000 Top Gears between then and this game. It really is where you take any franchise and you run out of ideas. Just look at Friday the 13th. Leprechaun. I should Double Dash GameCube having a housemate friend. Yes! That game did rule. I don't have the experience to say that Mario Kart peaked with Double Dash, but I want to say it really, 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 really bad. Kind of same, played a ton of Double Dash and decent amount of DS, yeah. DS was fine. It controlled very differently from Double Dash, and I never quite had the patience to get drifting down in that. But I mean, Double Dash, I was a drifting savant. Interestingly, Freddy never went into space. He went to hell, right? No, wait. Wait. Did Jason go to hell? And Freddy died, but Jason went to hell. Jason also went to space. And Jason also went to Manhattan. Man, Jason's been all over the place. Good evening, Fury Fighter. Thank you so much for subscribing for 41 months, dude. Incredible. Really appreciate it. It's very generous of you. Thank you. Freddy went to hell. Jason went to space. Jason's a globetrotter. Remember DS was like, well, now you're supposed to be snaking all the time to get mini turbos in every straightaway. Or at least that's how the meta shook out. Yeah, and that was like, I could do a bit of that in Double Dash, but that's not what I enjoyed about it. I enjoyed planning out how to handle each curve and not how to mash more boosts into every conceivable second of the race. The heck is Freddy gonna spook anyone in? I've never seen any of these movies. I wasn't really big on the conventional slashers, so I can't tell you the finer points of the Nightmare on Elm Street cosmology. I don't know. Was he worse than what was locked up in hell? Was that how they raised the stakes? I don't know, man. I have no idea. We're not talking about hell. We're talking about space. Kemco is taking one more lap around the track with a new pack called Top Gear 3000. The Interstellar Racing Circuit is the name of the game. 1,005 years from now, and you'll take your electric car. Hey, they've got big batteries in the future. That's funny. From planet to planet, competing for cash and glory. Rather than making pit stops, you refuel and repair by running over color-coded strips on the tracks, a la F-Zero. Between races, you use your winnings to upgrade your vehicle. Experienced drivers may not like the absence of a manual transmission option, but the game does offer 3 levels of difficulty. Gentle beings, start your engine. I'm okay with that. I'm terrible with manuals. You should marathon them all now to appreciate how campy they are. Freddy is pure camp. Space Hell? Maybe we'll get to go to Space Hell. That's Leprechaun. Oh, dang, Fury. I hope everything worked out. I think there was some later Hellraiser movie that took... There was, yes. There was Hellraiser on a space station. Pinhead Goes to Space in 4, I think. Man, the Hellraiser movies are a sordid affair. Like, the first 2 Hellraisers are some amazing stuff. And then they really start to go downhill from 3. You wanna know billionaires want to go to space? Guillotines need gravity to work! Space Hell is Doom, it's true, yeah. Or Event Horizon. Spoilers for Event Horizon, they go to Space Hell. So this has a bunch of multiplayer options that we're not really gonna explore, but it has the ability for up to 4 players to play, and apparently if you set up a 4-player mode but don't have 4 players, the AI can drive the other cars. Championship mode, you can upgrade your car with money. You go to different solar systems, and each solar system has its own racing series, so that could be pretty expansive. 3 streams in a row, yay! Today goes shit, I'll be calling off tonight. Sounds good. Good. Leprechaun goes from the hood into space and then back to the hood. Oh, man. Some of the tracks have interesting alien features and backdrops, but racing on them can be fairly straightforward. Some things you won't find on F1 or Grand Prix tracks, like jump ramps and teleporters. Another twist of many tracks have 1 or more forks. That's pretty interesting. Alderman, Merak, Kajam, Sarlin, Zosmar, and Lessa. First important strategy is to modify your vehicle wisely. Rather than going wild in the car shop, save up for crucial components. Some accessories are tempting but not necessary. And you need to make sure you recharge during the race. Okay. First things you should buy are level 2 engine and tires. Okay. Engines and tires. Gaussian guillotine. Gossatine. Build the zipline that kills it. Sadly, the zipline that kills kids also requires gravity. Both to function and to murder. Alright, chat. Let's get to it. We got some space racing to race. Space. Place. Race. I want to say this game had a special chip. I remember when I was getting everything set up on my Super NT, and I had to grab firmware updates for the different specialty SNES chips. I think there was one specifically for Top Gear 3000. I think. Maybe we'll get to see why. Play Imperial March during this game. Once every millennium, one of the greatest events in the galaxy begins. It is a race. A car race. It starts at the furthest reach of the galaxy and ends at the center. Oh, Christ. Why is this so loud? Knowledge of the race has passed from generation to generation. The identity of the organizer has been lost through the mists of time. And maybe it has never been known. But even the youngest child knows on a certain date, all he has to do is look to the skies for a sign. The time has arrived. You are in the race. Good luck. Wow, okay. Championship. 1 player full. Name. Alright. My Chevy can compete with all these space cars. Control. Accelerate, brake, use weapon. Okay. Sure. Speed. Miles per hour. Race. Alright, we're in the Merak system. The planet's name is Misk. Do it. Paint shop? Hang on. Yeah, they let you choose between miles per hour and the good one. Ooh. Let's do Royal. Engine. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna need to upgrade that. Alright, exit. Our car is very flat. Car's adapted for high gravity planets. Good evening, Dave. Good to see you. Game can feature on a flat for history. So you actually have to recharge your batteries while driving. It's interesting. God damn it. The game doing back then, the range on EVs may be less than ideal. Cars make you crave a panini. I got secret bonus A and secret bonus D. Interesting. I think I just got a ton of money. Unlike a Tesla, the batteries don't explode. Beaming my car up. I get a secret bonus D. Oh, that's cool. Some pretty solid animations here. All right, next planet in the Merak system, Me-Asia. The conditions are very hot. All right, let's talk about the engine. I can afford an upgraded engine. What's up, Chaos? How you doing? All right, we have upgraded our engine. How much is it gonna cost to upgrade our tires? Not much. Maybe we can do the tires next. I want a racing game like this mixed with Elite, where you actually have to travel the races, travel to the races throughout the galaxy. That'd be pretty cool. If you rev too hard on the starting line, Carl just die. Damn it. The 3,000th entry in the top two. What's up, Chaos? Isn't that bad? It's all right. It's all right. I mean, I'm personally not a fan of them putting all the action in like the bottom third of the screen. I think we talked about this before, possibly when we played Top Gear 2. Like, I feel like you could probably center this at least a little bit more without having to sacrifice too much performance. But, I mean, for what it is, it's fine. Yeah, and it's not the same without the music. It really needed the intensity of those tracks from the original game. It's just not there. Yeah, they could probably afford to zoom out a bit too. But it does animate well, I will say that. Also, I can't seem to find first place. Where is he? Oh, there he was. Okay, cool. This does have a really good sense of speed, and not all racing games on the Super NES manage that. I think that's worth mentioning. Sub-Zem doesn't seem very futuristic. It doesn't, does it? Yeah, I mean, compare this to something like Rock and Roll Racing. I think what this is missing is character, you know? What is the point of putting this in space if you're not gonna have, like, interesting alien characters to race against? Nothing sucks worse than a racing game. It feels like you run fast in the car. Yeah. So, as a pure racing game, this is fine. This is perfectly functional. But it is missing the personality that makes something like F-Zero Rock and Roll Racing and all-timers, you know? I mean, this is a cool looking track, don't get me wrong. Okay, those are jumps that I drove in between. Whoa. Oh boy. That was pretty well... Okay. I'm sorry. What is the point of that? What is the point of even having a recharge mechanic if you can't even avoid it? Oh, ow. extra boost. Whee! These curves do not feel demanding. They are not. They are absolutely not. In fact, steering almost feels optional in this game. Like, this is not a particularly challenging drive either. The game kind of drags you in the direction that the turns go. There's not a whole lot of skill to it. I'll just admit it. Go on what you were saying earlier, the heavy use of the bottom of the screen just feels weird to you? Yeah. Yeah, it's all a little bit off. I got once. Got back, nice finally see some space stuff. I know, right? I think I finished this system. I think that's why they're giving me a password. Yep, we moved on to the Zosmar system. Alright, I'm gonna do one more race here. I'm gonna do one more race, and I wish I could afford a better engine. Maybe I can go ahead and afford better tires. Yeah, let's get some super good tires. Corner even better. I guess you can get a stronger boost system too. Armor, I'm not real concerned about. Gearbox. Probably should have invested in a better gearbox. Whatever, doesn't matter. Cool, the game took escape velocity into account. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to start in this. I don't know what the start is supposed to be like. Okay, I think maybe my tires are so good. Yeah, I don't think anything matters anymore. I think my tires are so good that I can just do everything at 100% full speed and nothing matters. Also, is the music getting worse? Is the music getting less impressive as we go? Because I am really not feeling this track. Like, yeah. Yeah, I can corner anything now. Doesn't matter. I'm running out of power, though. Which seems like a big deal. Should've played Wipeout. Should've played F-Zero, really. Like, what are you supposed to do, though? I don't understand. Go, 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 go. Yeah, what is the point of the energy mechanic? There doesn't seem to be any strategy for managing it. I couldn't tell if I use additional power while boosting or not. Other than the moon planet, these don't look especially spacey. Yeah. Yeah, they really don't. They really don't. So, it's a perfectly competent racing game. Got some questionable mechanics, and I really don't think it's doing much with the theme. So, also, let me just real quick, chat. Just to compare and contrast, because we are in 1995 here, right? We're in 1995, the heyday, quite possibly the height of the Super Nintendo, right? Right? Let's compare and contrast. Yes. That's all fine, doesn't matter. Okay, first thing, very important. Like, look at this, look at the perspective that F-Zero uses. Like, it basically uses the entire screen because the camera is up higher behind the car, pointed down at the track. Like, that's a big deal. That makes a really big difference. You can see so much more of what's going on. And again, it uses pretty much the entire screen. You know, Mute City is named after all the mutants there. Is it? I don't really know anything about the greater storyline of F-Zero. So you could just be making shit up and I wouldn't actually know. Ah! I was too good, Chad. I was gonna see the game like that one, it makes me want to play Rad Racer. That sounded too close. Yeah, the thing that confuses me, like, the Super NES basically started with one of the best racing games it would ever have. Like, what were other companies doing? Like, why did more companies not try to imitate F-Zero? Again, Top Gear is competent. It's fine. It gets the job done. But, I mean, you've had, for years, a template for a much better racing game. Like, straight up. There's no shame in copying that, frankly. Oh, that was almost really good. Highest recorded speed for an F1 car was 378 kilometers per hour to get an idea of how fast these things are. Yeah. You're going like twice the speed of your space car. It's not a space car. It's like a space Tesla. Sound balancing is definitely better in this as well. Yeah. All right, one more. Never liked the pink hovercraft even as the highest top speed. You know the circuits because you hit the wall, you never recover. Yeah. You're not wrong. The first time I played F-Zero, I always used the Golden Fox. Because it's basically the opposite. It has the lowest top speed, but if you screw up, and I screw up all the time, its acceleration puts you right back to where you were. And when I rented this game as a youth, I was able to get gold on every track except the final one. Because I was probably playing on beginner or something, but... Yeah, as you can tell. Also, you know what else is interesting? F-Zero tracks are not necessarily like more detailed or any more interesting looking than Top Zero 3000s, but they just read as more futuristic. I think the aesthetic, the general aesthetic, like the track walls, the way the track floats over whatever the landscape is, the striping and other textures like on the track itself. Like I think it all just looks a lot more futuristic than Top Gear 3000 ever manages to. Pretty simplistic. Yes, that's very important. That's a very important observation, Deep Thought. The graphics are simplistic, but that's an aid to readability. You know? And an aesthetic doesn't have to be complicated to be compelling, you know? F-Zero has a very simple look to it, but it does exactly what it needs to do. It needs to tell you this is the future. And shit goes fast in the future. Yeah! Yeah, boost through it. Fuck it, I got this. Oh yeah. Reboost. It's fine, I'm playing on easy. Who cares? Also, these cars don't use wheels. Yeah. Simple aesthetic decision, but having hover cars instead of wheeled cars reads so much more like the future. Makes me want to gather a group to play Gravity Rip. Is Gravity Rip like we have F-Zero at home? But yeah. F-Zero, man. F-Zero. You could play other games, or you could play F-Zero. I shouldn't say that because I love Rock and Roll Racing. But as far as I'm concerned, F-Zero and Rock and Roll Racing are really the only two racing games you need on the system. Sorry, Mario Kart lovers. My Mario Kart is in a different castle. Gravity Rip is a tabletop RPG of F-Zero. That sounds awesome. That sounds so cool. I'm gonna look that up. I am really curious how that works. I heard that gaming PC chairs are based off of drag racing cars, which is why they're not that great ergonomically. Racing car chairs are expected to cushion a person front to back. Yeah, and otherwise not. Yeah, kind of makes sense here. Old Stracer-san. If I was being blown back in my seat, this would be perfect, but yeah. Missing a little lumbar support here, I guess, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain. Chairs served me well. All right, chat. We have top geared all 3000. Let's move on to... Well, this looks familiar. Weren't we just doing this the other night? Weren't we just here? What year is it? With the success of Super Mario All-Stars, you would think that more classic combos would make an appearance on the Super NES. Well, Nintendo has done it once again with the delivery of Tetris and Dr. Mario. Both these games were huge hits on the NES and Game Boy, so it isn't any surprise the combination game pack promises to be a big success. I will level with you. I had totally forgotten this was a thing. Totally forgot. It's the ultimate mom and dad game, yes. It's the game pack that only a parent could love. Yeah, I didn't even realize they had this. I don't think I've ever seen a Tetris and Dr. Mario cartridge in real life. I don't think I saw them at the store. I mean, I can't say for certain that I would remember if I had, but I definitely never saw them when I was used game hunting. There's even a new mixed match mode for indecisive fans. But okay, so we know what Tetris is. We know what Dr. Mario is. What is this mixed match thing up here? Whether you consider yourself Prince of the Puzzlers or have more of a knack for one game than the other, mixed match mode can set up some fierce competition. If you participate in either Power Fest or Campus Challenge, you should be familiar. You start by clearing 15 lines in Type B Tetris, then switch to Dr. Mario where you must clear out 20 viruses as quickly as possible. Then it's back to Tetris where you finish out your time dropping blocks in the Type A game. To confuse matters further, you're racing against another player to complete the challenge. You can really apply pressure when you're on your opponent by getting a level or two ahead. While there is no player versus computer mode, you can practice your two-player skills by yourself by selecting two players and allowing the other player's screen to fill up. You'll be the winner every time. This is an Evangelion TTRPG? Sailor Moon TTRPG? I played the Misato role in Adeptus Evangelion for a few sessions. It was honestly some of the most fun you've ever had. Oh, that's cool. So shocked there's a Princess Maker style game set in the EVA series. It sounds bizarre, but when you break it down, I mean, isn't that kind of what EVA pilots are? Yeah, the Shinji Ikari Raising Project. So yeah. Chat real quick. Real quick. I actually want to give this a try. Not the mixed match thing, because apparently that's multiplayer only. I just want to see how the aesthetic held up. I want to see how this looks and sounds on the Super NES. There it is. Oh man, we need to. Can't do a crappier job than Shinji's dad, so you already have an advantage there. Why is everything so fucking loud tonight? Got Tetris, Dr. Mario, and Mixed Match. Alright. That sounds familiar. Oh, wow. Wow, they remixed the hell out of these tracks. Jesus. Alright, we're going with this one. Do they have an instant drop button? No, they don't. No, they don't. Okay. I went and fucked this, didn't I? I made everything too square, chat. This is such an interesting mix. It's like... Chat, am I insane? Or are there like two melodies going on here? There's like a main melody and then another one happening in the background. Also, I think I'm gonna die. I don't think this is gonna end well. That's so weird. Hey, it's giving me a long piece. That's Tetris, man. Yeah, look at those stats. Oops, all T blocks. There it is. They remembered. Wow, 2 in a row. That's funny. This is some bullshit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can fix this. I can fix this. I can fix this. I fixed it. I fixed it. Fixed it, chat. Chat, I fixed it. I unfixed it. I like as you do well, the blocks start looking like washed out shit. Oh god. I was enjoying this remix, but now it's making me feel like I'm going insane. It feels weird. That's a Mario sound effect. Ah! Yay, Tetris time! Oh, God, why? Sound of a Zelda boss. Okay, I think that's enough of that. Let's see what they did to my boy Dr. Mario. Okay. This may not be an ideal version of Tetris or Dr. Mario here. Oh, I get it. It's shit, that's why people never saw it anywhere. What is it doing? I've only ever played Dr. Luigi. Okay. Would not recommend, chat. Would not recommend. Let's hear the chill track. Ah, okay. All right, real quick. I'll just do it in here. The mix is not. The mix is multiplayer only. The mix only works if you have another player. All right, you're gonna see the inside baseball on this one. I don't feel like switching my monitor over real quick. Conclusion, it must be like puzzle games, play Puyo Puyo Tetris instead. I mean, this would be fun. Like, this reads to me as a good idea. It's just, what did they do? Like, they did not capture the essence. They didn't really capture the essence of the original aesthetic. It's a Western dev game? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Their interpretation of Chill isn't quite the travesty that, Fever was, but... Oh, really? Yeah, part of it works. Part of it works. But perhaps not enough. Electro-Org Technica. Electro-Org Technica is who did this. Whoever the hell they are. I mean, I've never heard of them before, and I kind of doubt we'll ever hear of them again, so... Yeah, maybe Nintendo just farmed this out to the lowest bidder, and they didn't have anybody on their team that did, you know, sound design or something. But yeah. It's whatever, man. It's Tetris, it's Dr. Mario, it's whatever. Fine. Classified information, here we go. What do we got? This month, we've got Killer Instinct, a speed up code. Huh. I think this is the first time... I think this is the first time they've ever put an arcade code in the magazine. Huh. The dinosaurs kawaii. I just screwed 4 pages of shit out of that game. They do like talking about puzzle games. They do like breaking down puzzle games. Code to play classic Pitfall in Pitfall. The Tick. I don't think they've talked about the Tick at all in the magazine. Let's play the Tick. I don't know anything about it other than it's the Tick. Ah, Madden. If we must. Spoon! Oh, hang on. Hang on. 1 sec. My monitor forgot what it was doing. Hang on a sec. That worked. Oh, hang on. You know, the creative tick really helped out the Venture Brothers team a lot. I could see that. I could definitely believe that. How one of the bosses of the evil Midnight Bomber what bombs at midnight. Bad is good! Down with government, baby! I saw you only tried like 3 games last wheel. I mean, that's exactly what I said I was going to do. It wouldn't really make much sense to play like 15 minutes of a whole bunch of RPGs, would it? So I gave 3 RPGs time to cook, and cook they did. And at some point we'll play the rest of them. But when exactly that'll happen, I can't say. Also, good evening, Bassy. Good to see you. Didn't even get to combat in one of them. How many times do I have to explain the concept to you before you'll internalize it? I told y'all for a week exactly how last night was gonna go, and it's exactly how last night went. Like, do I need to spell it out somewhere? Do you need a diagram or something? All right. Wait, they actually let you... Wow, they let you customize everything in this game. Including Arthur. What ended up being the 3rd game? Persona 2. Night of a Million Zillion Ninjas. Take the Arthur... No, it's... Like, I don't... It's not... It's... There's a number associated with them. I don't know what that means. Oh, God! Okay, this is a little too shaky cam up front. Do I have... Okay, I do have punches. Those are cute punches. I like that. Oh! Oh, I literally threw that guy under the bus! That man is dead. His finisher being like a forehead flick is pretty funny too. Well, they got the right audio clip in here. Oh, god damn it. Look at the way he jumps. Oh shit. Subplot. Clark is the Caped Wonder. Okay. What do we... Wait, am I beating up Superman? Why am I doing this? Why did I do that? Why did that happen? Okay, I'm here again. Okay, Did he even try to fight back? He didn't? I'm not sure if I just didn't give him... Cheap and nasty. Nice. I'm not sure if I just didn't give him the chance or what. But I'm not sure... I'm not sure what's going... Okay. These levels suck. There's not a whole lot going on, is there? And there's not a whole lot of connective tissue between them either. Like, I don't know if that thing where I beat up Clark Kent was like a bonus stage? It said it was a subplot, so maybe it was like a little bonus area? Because I'm still beating up ninjas. I'm not sure why I got a subplot for falling off the buildings instead of dying. Maybe I fell down the right hole? Who's that? Subplots so clearly you missed the subtext. So on a night of million zillion ninjas, next is the early morning of a million zillion ninjas. Can I just like... Yeah, I guess I can, actually. Chat, would it be fair for me to say I find the gameplay a bit lacking? One ninja figured out the sauce. KB Wonder does show up in the cartoon as like a one-scene joke. Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, it's been ages since I watched the original Tick. I think the ninjas are from the comic. This is more comics than cartoon. Okay. What was that? I got human bulleted. Really weird is Nolly's show didn't have a lot of stuff. Yeah, the show is like packed with characters. They had no shortage. Maybe, I hate to say it, but I don't remember a whole lot of really generic bad guys in the TV show, other than just like random mooks. So maybe they needed ninjas as like just disposable beat-em-up baddies in this, because they are using a lot of them. A lot of them. A lot of them. Do I have anything else I can do? Chairface has a whole army, yeah. Yep, more ninjas. I mean, truth in advertising, sure, but doesn't really make for a very compelling beat-em-up stage. Yeah. That's right, El Cid has his corn soldiers. Well, maybe we'll get to see them later. They stalk at midnight. Not optimistic about there being a single mook other than these ninjas. I don't know that we'll get to it, but I'm going to assume that there are stages besides Night of a Million Zillion Ninjas. And those stages will have enemies that are not ninjas. Because ostensibly the Night of a Million Zillion Ninjas will have ended. Oh. Okay, I wasn't supposed to do that. I think this might be too many ninjas. Chapter 2, The Thorn of a... Why do those look like ninjas? Why do those look like more ninjas? I guess this is supposed to be the tick. Oh, fuck. Oh, so if you get knocked off the building, you get put into a subplot. Which is, it's like a boss battle. So this game has optional boss battles? Okay. Oh, fuck off. I think we're done with this one. We'll never know. We'll never know if there are more ninjas. Because we got to a really shitty boss instead. Check, I need to find kryptonite. That one, I don't care. I don't care. That game does not have the compelling gameplay to make it worth figuring that out. Alright, oh shit, I was supposed to play Madden too. Ugh, okay. Let's see, there's some kind of weird two-player mode in Shin's Revenge. There's a boss code for Samurai Showdown. Okay, expansion teams. LR. Before we begin to go to the game setup. Okay. Should have been some jokes in there other than the sporadic physical comedy. Yeah, there should have. Like, the tick was really good because of its clever writing. Again, a lot of these licensed games just never really managed to capture what was interesting or fun about the properties. Yeah. Oh well. All right. LRLRY. Christ, there's 4 of these on the Super Nintendo. 95 through 98.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
to the game. Yeah, there's a tagline I've not heard in a long time. Hey, I know that guy. I know that jingle. Ah, okay, that's how you do that. Okay, so it's what? Okay, cool. I managed to do that. As yeah. Okay, cool. They promised you Madden, they delivered right out of the box. It's gonna be raining, I guess. That's great. Whatever. What? Four stages are ninjas. I don't know what any of this means. Whatever, man. On to Clemson, the Carolina Panthers will play their first NFL game in 1995. The Jacksonville Jaguars will play their first NFL game in 1995. Cool, great. What's up, Loaded High? Just got home from the Renaissance Fair, which closed up. Nice. Nice. Let's do it. The teams didn't exist yet, so they're all just 99 debug teams. Oh, okay. So wait, it's gonna be two busted teams playing each other? Great. Tails it is. Yeah. Okay. Boot. That was pretty cool.
First down. Set. Green. Green. 43. Green. 22. Blue. Hut.
Do the fucking... Do the thing, man! Thank you.
Touchdown.
Okay. I like how it sounds like everyone just started beating each other up. Beedly doo. Wait, shouldn't there be like a... Oh no, oh shit, oh no.
Set. Take.
Oh, okay. I guess there was an option for the extra point or whatever. Power and direction. Audible. Boot.
First down.
Cheat? Yeah, let's try that. Let's just cheat.
Set. Blue. 22. Red. Take.
Hey, blue dude.
Action.
Whoa! Holy crap. That only ever happens to me. Do that.
Set. Red. Take.
Splat.
Well, he's gonna feel that one tomorrow.
What's this? I don't know. Is there a formation called the Tough Guys? Probably. They give them all kinds of weird names in this. Oh! Oh, get it!
Incomplete.
Goes it goes back to turn-based RPGs.
That is the way to tackle.
Huh, okay. It's on ball gets kicked, every other player just gets in a fucking brawl. Is that what the actual sport is like? Just a bunch of buff dudes beat each other up? You know what? Yeah. More or less, yeah. Yes. Do the thing. Oh! What just happened? Oh, okay. They turned the camera around. Great. Their party, especially the stats, is turn-based. I have a play called Red Dog. Oh god, you can actually control them while that shit's going on. That was crazy. Very intimidating. Gambler. Gambling always wins on this channel. Oh god. Pass to 20 for no gain. Excellent. Just dime. Blitz him. Hard to believe John Madden. You mean to tell me John Madden coded this game?
Green, 31.
I have one-on-one boxing or martial arts matches when you just drop 20 guys in the field and shout last man standing wins. Alright guys, the plan is to murder them. Destroy! Do the other players usually just stand around your receiver so that they can instantly destroy them? Okay, well, that was a video game that I played. May make me feel very massive, put some weapons in for extra excitement, have a few people to make sure the contestants don't hide for the entire contest. Wait a second. Oh. Alright. That's that. They're destroyed before they field the ball. It's a foul. So it's just about timing it out correctly. That's the trick. Alright. Fair enough. Alright. Oh, there's secret characters in Clay Fighter 2? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. These are just recolors of the existing characters. Yeah, they're just palette swapped. That's disappointing. Not boss reskins, they're palette swaps of the regular characters. Butch is Tiny, Peel Good is Nana, Sarge is Hoppy, Jack is Octo, Ice is Bad Mr. Frosty, Thunder is Kangoo, Slick is Blob, and Spike is the baby. Does a mechanical differences? Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile. They're all Noob Saibot. Everyone is Noob Saibot. And Ermac and Rain. And then some codes for Game Boy NBA Jam, but like, why play NBA Jam on the Game Boy if you don't have to? So, moving on to more Jurassic Park. Anime Jurassic Park? Part 2. They call this one Part 2, The Chaos Continues. The Raptors have returned. I don't think the Raptors ever left, bro. As the story unfolds, Jurassic Park is being invaded by a group of paramilitary soldiers and scientists sent by Biosyn Corp. Their mission: take control of the park and its prehistoric residents. Your mission: stop them at all costs. What may surprise you is that Ocean has left out most of the adventure elements of the original and made Jurassic Park 2 The Chaos Continues more of an action game. Fast-paced action is punctuated by great music and sound effects, all recorded in Dolby surround sound. The 6 scenarios add some variety, and 3 levels of difficulty can keep you hopping. A 2-player simultaneous option also adds the fun factor. You have a bunch of guns, Raptor attack, T-Rex, seek and destroy. Okay. It looks like it's a straight platformer this time. This game, just the intro. Well, I'll play it. We'll watch the intro, but I do wanna try a little bit of it too. There's only one Jurassic Park game. His name is Trespasser. Unless you got Turok, which I don't. I don't think anybody counts Turok as a Jurassic Park game. Turok had too many aliens and mystical bullshit going on. Okay. Not that one. That one. Not there. There. Level where you have to protect the Gallimimus, a really cute, tiny dinosaur. But that's not an ocean, that's a jungle. Alright, that's pretty cool looking. My eyes! The audience is now deaf. Biosyn Corp HQ USA.
InGen must be eliminated. I will have control of Jurassic Park. As we speak, my men are on their way.
Lex Luthor?
Have your scientists ready to go immediately?
No, he has hair.
Prepare for drops!
Ironically, that guy would be a good tick villain.
Go! Go! Go!
Full voice acting in a Super NES game is kind of shocking. Even if it is just the intro. Deploying Wayne Knight did not work. Time to send whole army. Alright, let me try something basic. We will try protecting the Gallimimus, but I'm gonna try a very basic mission. Raptors are attacking your headquarters, unfortunately, due to the large raptor population in the building. Destroying them individually take too long. Gassing them is the only realistic solution. Find the building's security system, activate the gas, and then get out before the gas takes its effect on you. I accept. Oh god. That's some really good animation. That is some look at the way the rifle swings around. Holy shit. That's a big ass bug too. I like the way he shoots up. Oh, that's passage, okay. Jesus Christ, man. Bro! That guy would not die. Oh, Jesus! Remember the gunplay in the movie? It almost feels like these developers wanted to make a Contra game, but ended up with the Jurassic Park license instead. Spooky. Is that guy on his, he's on his phone? I thought that might be an idle animation. Jesus. I'm not sure what you should do about raptors once they get on you. Oh, I have different weapons. Oh.
I like it.
Oh, that seems really good. Also, I seem to no longer have access to my original rifle, which seems very odd. Ah. This is an Apogee Blake Stone game. This stun gun is solid. Ow. Well, it's a good thing they put that Jurassic Park sign up so I'd know where I am. Yeah, this might be a problem. Or not. This fucking thing's better than the rifle. One-shot kill on all but the toughest dinos. Although these guys take like 1 billion hits. Oh. Like a rocket launcher, okay. Let's try this. I'm not sure if these are supposed to be like armor-piercing bullets or like tranquilizer rounds or what. Man, find a way to avoid enemies getting cheap shots when you get off a ladder, which is a rarity in games. Rare. Oh shit! Oh Jesus! Fuck. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't think OSHA would be okay with any of this. Definitely more powerful. Okay, those gray ones take an absolutely stupid amount of damage. Those are like the bullet spongiest dinosaurs. Very no expense, no handrails. Yep, sounds about right for Jurassic Park. Can't crawl across the ground, which is a shame. Guys, one recolor and hat away from looking like a Shinra reject. A all caps soldier. I hate those. Not a fan of those. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, wait. If you continue. Ooh. Ooh. One life to finish the entire mission. That's brutal. All right, let me. I want to see the Gallimimus Protect mission. After finding a number of dead Gallimimus, you begin to suspect foul play in the Gallimimus paddocks. Suspecting Biosyn, you have set out to investigate the situation. Biosyn has slaughtered a number of Gallimimus for the research on DNA and are attempting to airlift some live Gallimimus out of the park. You cannot allow this to happen. And chaos does not let you continue. Alright, I accept. Oh, we're murdering people this time. Okay, so this is kind of messed up. Once you switch off of your original rifle, you can't switch back to it. Oh, no, wait. Oh my god, you... Okay, that's really weird. You have two sets of weapons. You have your normal rifle. You have like an Uzi. You have a shotgun. And then on the other button, you have like a tranq rifle, a rocket launcher, and the stun gun. That is very interesting. Oh, because they work on different people. So you have like anti-dino weapons and anti-people weapons. The anti-people weapons will work on the dinos, but it will kill them. Whereas the anti-dino stuff won't work on the people because you want to kill them. Well, at least those aren't bottomless pits. That's what I thought. So I thought, my dumbass thought this was gonna be like an escort mission or something. No, we're just murdering all the humans we can find. And I'm okay with that. Fuck. What the hell, man? Oh, they're landmines. Okay. Those are landmines. Game over. Mission okay. Well, look. I'm not gonna say that was terrible, but having no continues during a mission is not a great call. And it seems like there's only 6 missions in the entire game, so not a whole lot going on here, really. And as core, it's just it's a shooter. You run around shooting things. Sometimes dinosaurs, sometimes people. So yeah, semi-automatic rifle can fire continuously at a relatively slow rate. Stun gun is ineffective against humans. Machine gun is more powerful, shoots very fast. Tranquilizer dart gun seems about as fast as powerful as a machine gun. Like other non-lethal weapons, it only works on animals, which is really funny to me. Shotgun packs a terrific punch, and the gas grenade, most powerful non-lethal weapon. Yeah, Velociraptors were decided chickens. They sized them up for Jurassic Park because it's a movie and they needed a scary monster. Come to Jurassic Park, see dinosaurs and murder people, and you're a lot of dinosaurs. 6 missions why you can't continue. Yeah, they want you working at each of those, clearly. So, yeah. Alright. Hagane. Huh. Hagane. Hudson Soft's mystical warrior of steel. Best known for whimsical titles like Super Adventure Island, Hudson Soft burst back onto the Super NES scene with Hagane, a gritty action pack. As Hagane the ninja turned super cyborg, you must battle the mystical and technological weapons of the evil Koma clan. Though the side-scrolling format is certainly not new, various slides, jumps, and special attacks add a lot of gameplay depth. Did you play this one already? I don't think so. I played something like it. I think. Yeah, I haven't played this. We may be getting this conflated with like Run Saber or something like that. This is a Blockbuster exclusive. Interesting. Interesting. First stage is an unfriendly city. Then, oh wow, the very second level in the game is the sewer level. Then there's a fortress, and then you run out of caverns where they explode. You fight a ninja. These are wild key art designs, honestly. Stronghold. Wait, how long is this game? Okay. They were writing this like it was the end, like it was the final boss. This battle will be the toughest you fought thus far. It's like the second area. I do remember Blockbuster and physical media. How quaint it seems now. So there's at least 5 big areas with multiple parts. Violated heavens. So in this one, you're apparently on a giant flying fortress, which is pretty cool. All right, let's try it. Let's Hagane it up. Oh, this is actually subtitled The Final Conflict. What's up, PM Collector Boy? All right. In the time of darkness, the pathway to Armageddon opens. Uh-oh. Fist. Hand. Over. So is he like a robot ninja? Seems like it. Okay. Stage 1, the path to disaster. What if we didn't take the path to disaster? What if we chose another path? Please. Ah, that's pretty cool. You can neat little slide. Some big ups. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I hit the explode everything button. They really should have labeled that. Oh, you have different weapons. Okay, sword. Throwing knife. Explodo. Grappling hook. God, my other eyes! This is just Cyber Shadow, but made first. Maybe this is what inspired Cyber Shadow. Guy tried to Hadouken me. Has some lovely art. Pretty solid gameplay, too. Camera's a little aggro. The camera moves around quite a bit. I don't think it needs to be this way. Oh, dude, you have like rolls, dashes. That's pretty cool. Ow. Shit. Yeah, it was getting way more aggressive now. I think I had to start the entire stage over again. Yeah, I did. Well, it's not a long stage, to be sure. Here's a question I've been wondering, Kifree and asked, does Nintendo Power cover all the games during this time period? No, it doesn't. There are ones that slip through the cracks. There are some that will never appear in the pages of Nintendo Power. Yeah, the Tick was an example of one that I don't believe ever got a full feature and was only mentioned. I mean, it'll probably show up in Now Playing. Nintendo Power did try to get everything into the Now Playing section, but I think even there they sometimes missed games. And also sometimes they did the opposite. They covered stuff in Now Playing that never actually got released. I don't like how every time this ship shows up, it's repaired itself. Okay. Finally made it. Kind of what I thought. I figured there had to be some that never get mentioned, just sheer numbers. And you are right, yes. These are some pretty gnarly enemy designs. The toughest enemy you faced so far! Like goo ninjas. That's a cool enemy. I liked that thing. Now that's an interesting way to handle wall climbing. You jump and hit jump again. Uh-oh. And you... You kind of do a flip into the wall, which bounces you up. So fighting a zillion ninjas is boring, make them goo and suddenly can't get enough. Look, I have a type, okay. What the shit? What the hell? You have a lot of really interesting mobility options in this game. Like, you can jump to... Wow, I think you can just... Okay. Not infinitely, but you can go for a ways with that. I guess we're still in the sewers or something? That's so interesting. Walk without rhythm. I always do. It is my natural state. Ah! But yeah, you have a down stomp, you have a lateral flip. Oh god. I should just start shooting stuff. I have like 99 of these anyway. You have a forward. Oh, wow. That's cool. You have a forward flip. You have a backward flip that you can just keep doing. Hagane is going for $1,200? For Christ's sake, why? How am I playing a $1,200 game right now? Pick it up and steal. God damn it. That forward air flip is a little tricky to do. If you're pressing anything else, it doesn't really work. God damn it. Must have been super limited pressing. Well, it's like Arcane said, if it was a Blockbuster exclusive, then yeah, it would not have been generally accessible. And the only way to get a hold of it now would be if somebody from Blockbuster like took it and sold it. I don't $1,200 like it, but I do 100 dragon coins like it. That's enough for me. Oh, fuck's sake. God, the platforming's a little not great. Drag coins are no! Something so funny about landing a grenade on a bat. I really feel like you should have more health in this game. It feels kinda Ninja Gaiden-y. And you have a fair bit of health in Ninja Gaiden. More than 3 hits, generally. No, bat! God damn your eyes. Oh no. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, this air jump is actually, like, this air roll is kind of hard to do. Like, sometimes you need to be moving forward for it to work. Sometimes you don't. Pretty good shape here. Full health. Oh god, ow. Was briefly. Oh my god, that was the end of the stage. It's fine. That's fine. Oh! Oh! I think I'm on my last life here. Oh, you gotta use the sword. Oh, wow. I didn't realize you could jump on those guys. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, I can't see. Oh, God. Jesus. No, no. Dude, come on. Dude, that was so cheap. No continues. There are continues. From that stage? No. No. Ugh, okay. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Well then. There are a vast array of games, chat, for these old consoles that would be perfectly fine if they had more lives or more continues or something. I get why this one doesn't, because it is a rental. It is made specifically to be rented. Say Mataneda. Yeah. Alright, well. We'll never get to see the Fortress of Doom, or the Violated Heavens, or the Cry of the Spirits, or Into the Darkness, chat. But it looks like there's a lot more bullshit in these levels anyway. So, you know what? It's probably fine. Oh, Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes, they really did just start shoving you in everything, didn't they? They really did. Looney Tunes B-Ball. For Wacko and Jacko? For Babs and Buster, there is the one, the only Bugs Bunny. Many fans old Bugs and the rest of the Looney Tunes gang will always be the best. Now they're back in the spotlight in Sunsoft's Looney Tunes B-Ball. After a hard day on the movie set, it's plot, chat. This game has a plot to it. After a hard day on the movie set, Bugs and company head to the court for a friendly round of hoops. The fact these guys are cartoon characters fool you into think they're pushovers, though. This 1 or 2 player title offers solid game control and challenging opponents. Just don't expect NBA regulation play. I think they meant Wacko and Yakko, yeah. But whoever they got to write this particular little feature, I guess, was culturally ignorant of the Animaniacs. Okay, options. Find less standard options. The most interesting option is the Wacky Meter, which sets the level of craziness in the game. You can choose your opponents in most play modes and turn them in. The computer will determine. Use the gems you find by Wacky Acme Plays. The higher the Wacky Meter setting, the more gems appear on the court. Cream pies, time bombs, backdoors, Vegas, long range eclipse force field, and then they got Bugs, Daffy, Elmer, Wily, Tasmanian Devil, Yosemite Sam, Sylvester, and Marvin the Martian. Marvin the Martian is apparently quick and skilled at 3-pointers. Bugs is a shooter. Daffy's a defensive player. According to this, Elmer's a better all-rounder than Bugs Bunny is. Small guy sounds legit. Yeah. Alright. Well, unless somebody's really deeply curious about this one, I think we can move on. I think. Well, on the face of it, this looks really boring. When you make the call... Oh, this is the... I guess this is info on the whole, like, power player hotline thing. You call it right to Nintendo to get gameplay help or inquire about anything else related to your Nintendo systems. These are the people you're talking to. As you know, the services they provide are invaluable. You changes taking place with the call center, so we thought you could use an update. Elmo is a games counselor. Alright, since October 1985, total consumer contacts 44 million. 42.5 million of those are gameplay counseling and consumer services, and 1.4 million of that is correspondence. Need to see how the database worked on the end. Alright, I'm gonna skim most of this text because it looks pretty dry. How many people actually helped me? They did help me. I called them with a couple specific questions about Zelda and Final Fantasy Legend, and they did help me get through those, so. Almost 10 years ago, Nintendo's call center consisted of about 5 people who answered several calls a day. Today, approximately 350 people man the phone lines. Oh my god. Nintendo's call center handles an average of 120,000 consumer contacts per week. That's insane. During a single week in December of last year, Nintendo's call center busied out approximately 1.2 million calls. In March, we'll have 2 different phone numbers. We'll have an automated game tip line, voice response unit. Okay, so this right here is an example of how their automated system works. Caller calls Nintendo, gets the voice response unit. The question is, where are the bonus areas in Stop and Go Station? So then from the game menu, they tell them what Donkey Kong Country. Then they've got different categories. Info on bosses, info on bonus areas, info on saving, info on Snow Barrel Blast. Info on bonus areas, and then the region, and then the level. That's pretty interesting. We know we had some kid playing Zelda and get this need to know his right hand from his... Changed my life, chat. That one call changed the course of my life. Alright, who is Elmo? It's a computer network that every representative of Nintendo's call center uses. To date, over 1,500 Super NES, NES, and Game Boy games have been released. Elmo has critical game info on them all. Game info found in Elmo is compiled by a team of 12 GPCs, headed up by Ben Smith, Info Systems Supervisor. Its newest form, Elmo, is actually a text-based information database constructed using a Windows application called Folio Views. Interesting. Information on Snow Barrel Blast is one general category because it has the shortcut that skips practically all the level. When did GameFAQs get started in the era of looking things up on the net? When did GameFAQs start? I don't know. Late 90s? I don't think it was super prevalent at first because it had to build up a culture of people knocking together FAQs for other people to find. You know? Like, when we think of GameFAQs, I think the oldest one you saw was 1999. Yeah, when we think of GameFAQs, like, it's like no matter what game you're thinking of, you will find an FAQ on it, right? But it took them years to build up to that. So. But yeah, that's an interesting question. I have to imagine the GameFAQs hurt, like, just... Not just hurt, just brutalized the strategy guide industry. All that information just being given away for free. Well, crowdsourcing it, really. That's what happened there. Certainly not a bad thing for us, but yeah, for the poor people that poured their heart and souls into making strategy guides. Let's see. If you compile a list of the games that generate the biggest number of calls to the GPC lines, you'd see that the top 12 to 15 games are the games you'll find on the voice response unit. Currently up to 70% of the questions coming in deal with games that will be handled by the VRU. Okay. Donkey Kong Country, Zelda, Final Fantasy, Illusion of Gaia, Breath of Fire. Getting flashbacks to the days when computer support had no toll-free number and long-distance chargers still... Oh god, I know, yeah. I remember long-distance charges were still a thing when I was in college, and I had a cell phone. And I got to go to E3 one year. My junior or senior year in college, I forget which. And one of my friends back home, he wanted to know everything. And he called me while I was in Los Angeles from North Carolina. And we talked for like half an hour, and it cost me like $50 or something. I love that every picture of someone working there just says bored dead eyes. That's why they avoid photographing them from the front in most cases. Do you pay for the call? No. FAQs were almost exclusively text at the beginning, so strategy guides became coffee table books with pretty maps. That's true. Strategy guides did end up transforming because of that, didn't they? I remember there being some really, really pretty ones in the late era. The decision to place GPC service on 900 lines was not a snap decision. Main reason for the switch will make it possible to answer more phone calls, not more callers with their gameplay questions. 95 cents per minute. Video game industry has been booming since the NES launched about 10 years ago. Wow. Time flies, chat. The amount of gameplay information Nintendo's compiled over the years is staggering. There's also a ton of other Nintendo-specific information floating about. Each phone representative spends a considerable amount of time keeping up on what's happening in the world of Nintendo. That's less than $1. Came across a new roguelike. Did you? What have you come up with? So apparently, in their downtime, the GPCs have tournaments in the call center. So that's pretty cool. Then there's a game checkout room. There is a magical room at one end of the call center that houses at least one copy of every single game ever created for each Nintendo system. Rows of file cabinets line the walls, each contain cargo precious to any serious gamer. Over 1,500 games. When a new game is released and entered the game checkout inventory, a barcode sticker is placed on each game pack. When someone wants to check out a game, the sticker is scanned by a barcode reader, the person's badge number is entered. The game is then recorded as being checked out by that person. It's a shame that libraries never had games for checkout. That would have been interesting. Also, I imagine people would have just kept them. Keep Driving is a roguelike about taking a road trip. Oh, cool. I think I've heard of that one, actually. I think I have. What does it take to be a GPC? You have to love to play games. Lots of games. Good GPC also has to be able to easily communicate any aspect about a certain game to a caller, whether it be a tip, strategy, or some other tidbit of information. Nintendo's only one call center in Redmond, Washington, so you plan on becoming gameplay counselor, you'll want to reside in the greater Seattle area. They doing it in the current era? Your local library does? That's really cool. I'm pretty sure our library does not. Oh, and that's it. Okay. Well, I mean, that was pretty interesting. Libraries could have anything. Yeah, but like, obviously, video games are not something that's commonly stocked by libraries. And I just think it would have been cool if they were. I think it would have been a neat direction to take. Might have made them more popular, too. Super Adventure Island 2. Fua Fua Island. Poka Poka Island. I don't think we ever learned... Did we ever learn the shove skill? I don't remember. Super Adventure Island was an odd game. Earthworm Jim! A whole bunch of shit I don't care about. Heard of tool libraries and manufacturing support? I mean, really, the concept can be extended to just about everything. Ah, Robotrek. Someday, chat. Someday I'm going to work my way through Robotrek. How do I fix the rusty drill? How do I get in the Biolab's treasure room? How do I escape from jail in Rococo? Don't do crimes. Imagine how many games would have never become lost media. Exactly, yeah. Universal has an outdoor center where they let you rent out camping gear. That's really cool. That's a really cool concept. And then here's a question about level 814, which I beat myself without any help. I actually remember this one. It was a pain in the ass. And then some fast facts. Brain Lord. How to light up dark rooms. How to destroy the ice blocks. How to open the floodgate. An illusion of Gaia. Is there any way to get more than 12 herbs? No. How do I get gems out of reach? Use telekinesis. How many red jewels are there? 50. All simple, all straightforward, all you need to know, chat. Oh, God! Oh, that's horrifying. What? I mean, that's really well done, but in a bad way. Because of all the Hulk mania generated by last year's release of The Incredible Hulk, Nintendo Power decided to give you some help, leading the Green Giant to victory. What are they referring to? Last year's release of The Incredible Hulk. So in 1994... Oh no, they're talking about this video game. Oh, they're just getting around to it late. Okay. Huh. They don't normally do that, chat. They seem to only do that for special games, and this game was not the right kind of special. It's radioactive, I bet it is. So wonderfully gnarly, the Hulk is a tragic figure from conception. He is, yes, he is. Blatant lies game is not good enough to cause any mania. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. So what do you do in this game? Level 1, Hulk climbs the scaffolding of a local construction site to get through the leader's robot army troops. So Hulk can avoid much of the danger by transforming to Bruce Banner, climb through the underground piping, and miss out on extra life and a few other valuable items found above ground. At the end, you fight the Rhino. Level 2, Tyrannus' Labyrinth. Hulk's big fall seems to take him to the time of Roman columns and soldiers. Tyrannus' Labyrinth is full of pitfalls and secret passages. Keep your eyes peeled for stone face that come alive and shoot. Tyrannus is a magical, high-flying fiend. Never heard of this guy. Level 3 is the Leader's Fortress. You fight the Absorbing Man. Level 4 is the Leader's Interior. This place looks very meaty. And you punch a giant brain at the end of it. That's really weird. And then level 5 is the final battle, where you have to punch the leader off a cliff. Why is there a meat level? You get to punch a brain in the ass. Yeah, what is the lore with the brain? No wonder Hulk's been feeling a bit nervous. His cavern is a complex network of living nerves controlled by an oversized bouncing brain. Hypothetical question, could Hulk punch the Blob in the gut? I mean, he could. Whether or not that would accomplish anything is another question entirely. Krang? Guess it's their mother brain. Very weird. Very, very weird. Artie Lightfoot. A search for power. Okay, I know nothing about Artie Lightfoot. 7 pieces of power have been scattered around the world, and the evil Visconti will do anything to get them back. It's up to Titus's unlikely hero, Artie Lightfoot, to collect the pieces before the Visconti can get his greedy paws on them. Artie Lightfoot is a typical platform adventure that relies more heavily on your ability to avoid danger than your talent at attacking enemies. Control takes some getting used to, and unlimited continues and frequent passwords eliminate frustration. We played this? I played this? We did? No memory of this at all. Absolutely no memory of this in the least. I think it was okay. Are you sure we played this? Like, we played Arrow, and we played Zero, and we played other stuff. I've played this twice. The second time went almost exactly like now. Just enough already to jog the memory. I didn't remember the previous time either. It's the most unremarkable game in the world. God, I'm gonna look this up on YouTube later. And I'm gonna listen to myself saying the exact same thing. The infl- No, I'm pretty sure I have an Arcane. Pretty sure. Mostly sure? Kinda sure. Didn't like the stiff tail jumping. An NSA psyop to erase our memories. An arty teen film. That's cute. Arty and Peg? Nina. Okay, whatever, man. Peck. Oh, sorry, Peck. Prologue. I still don't remember anything about this. I still don't remember playing this at all. Okay, so we haven't played this before. The old man read the writing on the slate. Long ago, great power created a rainbow. Many bad things happened, the great power was lost. Then the power was divided into 7 pieces. The 7 pieces meet again, any wish would come true. One returned to the earth, another sunk to the bottom of a dark, cold water. Another piece left forgotten in a deserted town, another one disappeared into the outer sea. The old man could read no more. You played this? Shadows was really excited about it. I mean, that doesn't really... Hang on. Hang on. Okay, I found it. "10 months ago. January of 1994. Y'all found it in the Power Index. That's where it was. I mean, that partly explains why I didn't remember it. Because we played, like, I don't remember a whole lot of the shit we played out of the Power Index. Oh no! Peck is dead. Oh no, Artie's dead. Jump on the statue head, that's a checkpoint. Okay. Oh, god damn it. Those guys are cute, though. So you need that guy to actually, like, fight with enemies. Okay, there we go. You can poke at him, peck is easier. Okay, that's pretty funny. What? Is that Monty Mole? Playing much better than the last time, which reminds me of the man with no long-term memory ability who gradually got better at tests each day through sheer muscle memory. Weird. It's just, it's so weird to me to be playing something that I've played before but don't remember at all. Okay, that was annoying. Like, it's so weird that I can go on YouTube and watch myself play this. I can watch myself do something I don't remember doing. Imagine most people don't have to contend with situations like that. Because they don't have thousands of hours of themselves recorded on YouTube. But as a streamer, I do. What's up, Tradon? No. You should put the video on stream so we can watch ourselves watching you watch this. Those little dudes are so cute. They can be annoying little assholes, but I do like them. Got Persona right now. I'll use summon as the inner version of yourself that remembers playing your life. Peck, you want to be in here with me? Wouldn't you like that a bit better, friendo? Ah, shit. Okay, don't jump out. Don't jump out. Legitimately enjoyed this game. It's some really clever segments. Definitely uneven. Only found this game because I was coming through the Wikipedia list of SNES games back in the day, trying ones that looked and sounded interesting. I've just been marveling over the fact that I have played this game before and don't remember it at all. That was weird. There's every copy for like $20. Uh-oh. I don't know how that's gonna work. Oh boy. Oh god, I gotta pogo his head, huh? Man, that's not gonna be easy. Yeah, the pogo is not very easy to manage. Dude. Played a $1,200 game earlier. Oh, damn it. What? Shit. Huh. Oh, that's kind of cool. Go. I think it's kind of an odds. I guess this is kind of like a bonus stage in a way, because that's all you have to do. You have to duck that one part and then not jump out anywhere. Of course, you can jump out to get the stars, but then it's just this. Largely cutscene into the boss, yeah. Oh, Jesus. Damn it. Is there like a run button I'm missing or something? Yeah. I don't think there is, because this does have like, this has momentum elements to it. kind of got to get a head of steam going to actually run. Ah! Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Hooray, I did it. Man. Game has the vibes of Shonen Jump manga that gets like 20 chapters before it's canceled. Just holding up, which puts an invisibility cloak over. Oh, okay. That's probably what I was meant to do. Oh, Jesus. Lumberjack Forest. Oh, it's interesting. It actually makes you invisible. That's kind of cool. This is a very pretty world, yeah. Visibility cloak negates everything. Yep. Oh, fuck. And he's right back. Ah, how about that? Yeah. What's that? Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's fun. Does a 1 or 2 poorly, lazily designed sections. Yeah, this is honestly pretty nice. Oh, I think I got a... Oh, fuck. Well, I did that terribly. Oh, God! Okay. I can't wait for the next time you play it for the first time. Yeah. Me neither. Well, as interesting as this is, it is late, chat. It is late. We've done a lot tonight. We've actually accomplished quite a bit this evening. So... Because someone at Titus really put their foot down, making this game better than previous entries. Alright. So that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and close up requests. Let's take a little peek at what the next page offers us, chat. Buttress your circadian rhythm. Alright, post Artie Lightfoot. Go back. There is no escape. I nominate Bubsy too. Power hours are canceled forever. Oh, chat. It is our gift and our curse. All right. Well, nothing else. This will give you something to look forward to next week. So, tomorrow night is Sunday. You know what that means. Monday, we're back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous and our democratic playthrough thereof. We are in the midst of the siege of Dresden. Probably gonna be spending the whole week there, assuming y'all keep the game going. Bubsy 1 is also mentioned, yes, so yeah. Thursday, it's this. It is our great reckoning, chat. We are close to the end of the magazine, though. Only about 20 pages left, and a significant amount of that needs to be split between now playing and Packwatch. So, if Bubsy does not consume our souls on Thursday, there's a non-zero chance we could finish it. And if we don't, I imagine we'll finish it on Saturday. And then next Friday is the April Community Night. We're doing freeware games, a whole evening of freeware games. Probably gonna check in with everybody to make sure everything's all set for that tomorrow. But yeah, that's the plan, folks. This is... next couple days of life are gonna be difficult. This particular sword of Damocles hanging over my head. But I'll be strong. I'll persevere. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Alright, anyway, chat. Let's go find somebody to raid. Go see if anybody's up to raid. I think tonight, I think I'll send you over to Ios. She is playing... oh, I think this is Terror from the Deep. XCOM Terror from the Deep. Let's see how she's handling it. Anyway, chat, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for joining me for a terribly eventful evening of the Power Hours. We played a lot of stuff tonight. We played a whole lot of things. It was mostly alright. It was different. It was eye-opening. We've reached an interesting period in Super NES history where there's a lot of games coming out, and I don't know most of them. I was focused on the real big releases during this time, the big RPGs, the big name, like the first party stuff. So this is a very real education for me, and it's neat. It's something that I've been looking forward to in the Power Hours for a long time. I'm glad that we can be doing this, and I am glad that you are along for the ride. And hopefully, I will see you on Monday. We continue our grand ride through Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.